Right now, as you sit here, invisible waves are passing straight through your body, through these walls, through you, carrying messages, videos, entire conversations, all at the speed of light. You can't see them, you can't feel them, but cut them off for 10 seconds, and the modern world basically stops. We call it Wi-Fi. But here's the strange part. Wi-Fi was never supposed to exist. It began as an accident, a leftover from a failed hunt for exploding black holes. So, how does invisible light carry the entire internet through thin air? Let's break it down. 5W1H style. WHAT. What is Wi-Fi, really? The answer is surprisingly simple. Wi-Fi is just radio. The same basic thing that carries your favorite FM station through the air, only far faster and far smarter. Your router is a tiny two-way radio station, and your phone is a tiny radio receiver that talks straight back to it. When you tap a link, your request is turned into binary, ones and zeros, and those ones and zeros get stamped onto a radio wave and fired invisibly through the air. And here's a fact almost nobody knows. Wi-Fi is literally light. It belongs to the very same family as the glow from your lamp, just at a frequency your eyes can't see. If you could actually see Wi-Fi, your whole home would be glowing. WHY. And here is where it gets clever. In the best possible way. Why can invisible light carry data at all? Because a radio wave can be shaped. Speed it up, slow it down, shift it ever so slightly, and each tiny change becomes a 1 or a 0. Do that billions of times every second, and you're streaming 4K video straight out of thin air. But there's a problem. Indoors, those waves bounce. Off walls, off floors, off furniture, arriving at your phone as a smeared, jumbled mess. For decades, that echo made fast indoor wireless almost impossible. The real breakthrough was a piece of mathematics that could unsmear the signal, pulling one clean message out of all that chaos. That single trick is why Wi-Fi works in your messy, echoey home at all. WHO. So who actually cracked it? The answer starts in space. In the 1990s, an Australian engineer named John O'Sullivan and his team at the CSIRO were chasing the faint radio whispers of exploding black holes. They failed. The black holes stayed hidden, but the mathematical tool they had built to unsmear those faint cosmic signals turned out to be perfect for unsmearing Wi-Fi. They patented it, and it now sits inside almost every Wi-Fi device on Earth, earning Australia hundreds of millions in royalties. And that famous name, Wi-Fi, here's the twist. It doesn't stand for wireless fidelity. It doesn't stand for anything at all. It was simply invented by a branding agency in 1999, purely because it sounded catchy. WHERE. Where does all of this actually happen? It begins at your router, which is wired to the wider internet by a cable running through the ground. The router translates that wired data into radio waves and broadcasts them on invisible lanes called bands, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, and the newest, 6 gigahertz. The lower lane reaches further but moves slower. The higher lanes are blisteringly fast but fade over distance. And here's a hidden one. 2.4 gigahertz is the exact same frequency your microwave oven uses to boil water. That's why heating up lunch can sometimes slow your Wi-Fi. And why your own body, which is mostly water, quietly absorbs the signal too. WHEN. When did this leap from a lab trick into the era of every home? The first official Wi-Fi standard arrived in 1997, painfully slow by today's measure. Then each new generation got faster. Wi-Fi 4, Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6. Today, the gold standard is Wi-Fi 7, fast enough to rival a wired cable. And waiting in the wings is Wi-Fi 8, just previewed for the very first time. But here's the twist. Wi-Fi 8 isn't chasing more speed. It's chasing reliability. Fewer dropouts. A steadier signal in a home crowded with dozens of hungry devices. Because the future of Wi-Fi isn't just faster, it's a connection that never lets you down. HOW. Let's bring it all together. Step 1. Your router takes the data from the internet cable and converts it into radio waves. Step 2. It stamps your ones and zeros onto those waves and broadcasts them in every direction at the speed of light. Step 3. Your phone catches the wave, unsmears it using that very same black hole math, and rebuilds the exact data. And Step 4. Your phone radios its reply straight back. And the whole round trip happens in a fraction of a single blink. No wires, no magic, just invisible light, clever mathematics, and a failed search for black holes. quietly running your entire world. So the next time your video loads in an instant, remember what's really happening. Invisible light is pouring through your walls, carrying your entire world. Decoded by a trick that was born from staring into deep space. It's not magic. It's physics, mathematics, and one very lucky failure. That's the full story of Wi-Fi, broken down 5W1H style. If you'll never look at those little signal bars the same way again, hit subscribe. New topic, same formula, zero boring lectures. I'll see you in the next one.